Hey there, sci-fi fans. Welcome to DC TV Recap on Sci-Fi Ireland. Good news. Supergirl, The Flash, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow are all back with a whole new season. Bad news. To paraphrase Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't good. Let's start with The Flash. It's been 6 months since Barry went into the Speed Force in order to balance it, thereby saving the city and the world. Iris is now the boss of the team. Cisco and Wally are trying to work together, but they're not gelling as a team. Not only is 1 in 3 criminals getting away, but they spend their time arguing over the name of the team. Team Kid Flash. Team Vibe. Team Who Cares? Do your job. Go catch criminals. Caitlin, meanwhile, is off working in some bar. Suddenly a new threat appears. This ridiculous samurai robot called the Samuroid. Should have been called Hemorrhoid because it's a pain in, well, you know. So, this Samuroid says he's going to destroy the city if the Flash doesn't face him. Kid Flash steps up and gets slapped back into place again. He has a second attempt the following day, dressed in Barry's suit, and again he's defeated by the Samuroid. So they need Barry. And conveniently, Cisco's just figured out how to bring him back. So he goes to get Caitlin to help him to bring Barry back from the Speed Force, which they do. But when he returns, he does a Coulson from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and starts writing some unknown script on the walls, and he's speaking some kind of gibberish rhyming. The team are at a loss to help him, and when the deadline comes for the Samurai to face the Flash, Iris tells the Samuroid to take her, because the Flash will come to save her. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as Joe West tells Barry that Iris is in danger, you see a flash of Speed Force in his eyes and he's off. He's the old Barry again. We see some very badly computer-generated images of Barry chasing the Samuroid and rescuing Iris. It's all very convenient. It's all too convenient. Here's what I would have done. Iris was there because of Barry. Barry's no longer there, therefore Iris has no business there. She's got no powers, she's not a scientist, she's of no benefit to that team whatsoever. Cisco should have got Caitlin to come back, and the 3 of them together should have been the team. Even if Caitlin decided not to use her powers, she's still a top scientist and very intelligent, and she would have been at base directing things while the 2 lads were out putting down the criminals. We could have had one episode where Gypsy comes and helps Vibe improve his powers, and they train together. We could have had an episode where Jay Garrick comes and helps Wally to improve not only his abilities, but his knowledge of the Speed Force as well. This is a very badly done episode, and I'm very disappointed in it, I have to say. Next we have the Legends of Tomorrow, who find themselves back in the present time and up against Rip Hunter and the Time Bureau. The Time Bureau don't think much of the Legends, and both teams work against each other as they try to put Julius Caesar back into his own time. Next we have Supergirl. Supergirl is back and she's not happy, as she has to deal with the repercussions of choosing to save Earth, forcing Mon-El to leave the planet or die. She deals with the loss by throwing herself into her work, and there's plenty of it out there, because Morgan Edge, played by Adrian Pasdar, wants to leave the waterfront area and build a new development of skyscrapers for the wealthy, and he's not averse to mass slaughter to bring his dream to fruition. To that end, he hires a merc by the name of Robert Dubois, aka Bloodsport, to steal equipment so that he can cause mayhem and destruction along the waterfront in an attempt to devalue the area and make people more amenable to his plans. In the midst of the panic at the waterfront, we're introduced to Ruby Arias, played by Emma Tremblay, and her mother Samantha, played by Odette Annabelle. Ruby is pinned down by a large piece of metal, and when Samantha rushes to her daughter's aid and attempts to lift the debris, she crushes the metal in her grip. Comic book fans will be familiar with Samantha's alias, Rain, a world killer created by Zor-El on Krypton and outlawed by the Kryptonian Science Council. She, however, is unaware that there's anything abnormal about herself, and at the end of the episode we are shown an alien craft embedded in the rock beneath the waterford, possibly a craft that brought her to Earth. All in all, a good start to Season 3 of Supergirl, setting up 3 possible antagonists and piquing our interest for the upcoming season. So jump down into the comments below and let me know what you thought of these episodes. Give a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to see future videos on this channel. I'm Johnny, this is your DC TV recap on Sci-Fi Ireland.